In India, proving who you are is a daily routine. You likely verified your identity this week to open a bank account, buy a new SIM card, or pick up a government ration. To enter the system, you hand over 12 pieces of biological data. A machine scans your face, the textures of both your irises, and prints of all 10 fingers. That biological data is converted into a single 12-digit number, your Aadhaar. Today, 1.4 billion people hold one of these numbers. The network built to process them handles up to 100 million authentication requests every single day. That is a higher daily volume than the global transaction load of Visa. This chart shows how those numbers compare to other major identity systems. The United States Social Security system holds about 300 million records. The UK's National Health Service covers 67 million. Aadhaar is the largest biometric database ever built. We provide these permanent biological markers to scan after scan. Once that data leaves the reader, it enters a network architecture most citizens never see. All of your original biometrics travel to a highly classified, multi-location network called the Central Identities Data Repository, or the CIDR. This serves as the single source of truth for every identity in the system. The CIDR does not store your fingerprint image. Instead, software maps the unique curves on your skin into a mathematical biometric template. This one-way process creates an encrypted string that cannot be reversed. A hacker obtaining the template cannot reconstruct your original fingerprint. When you authenticate at a local shop, your print is encrypted on device and sent to CIDR. The system compares it to the stored template and returns a simple yes or no. Your raw biometrics never leave the central repository. The central database functions according to its strict cryptographic design. It is hardened against direct intrusion. To find the vulnerability, we have to look away from the center. While the central repository is the official source, it is certainly not the only place where Aadhaar identities are stored. Every private bank, telecom operator, and insurance company that collects your ID is mandated to maintain an Aadhaar data vault. These are local databases where your 12-digit number is replaced by a reference key for internal use. This creates a fragmented landscape. There is no public registry of every local vault in India, and the government does not conduct independent security audits for every private entity that manages one of these storage points. In 2018, an investigation by the Tribune demonstrated the impact of this fragmentation. A reporter paid 500 rupees to an anonymous WhatsApp contact and received a username and password. Those credentials granted access to a portal where she could type in any Aadhaar number and see the holder's name, address, and photo. The investigation showed that the breach was not an attack on the CIDR's encryption. It was a credential management failure. An authorized user's login details had been leaked and resold. The primary vulnerability isn't a crack in the central code. It's the thousands of secondary points where third-party agents manage access. When security depends on thousands of individual login points, the strength of the center becomes secondary to the integrity of the most careless user. This creates a cascading risk. Because one number links your healthcare, banking, and telecom records, a credential leak at a single local agency can expose the data you use to manage your entire financial life. Citizens cannot personally audit the security of a private telecom company or a local hospital. The only practical defense is to manage the authentication endpoint directly. The Aadhaar app includes a biometric lock feature. When active, the central system automatically rejects any attempt to authenticate using your fingerprints or irises. This prevents unauthorized remote use until you manually disable the lock on your phone. You can also use virtual IDs, temporary 16-digit codes, and masked Aadhaar cards. These allow you to verify your identity with a hotel or private agency without disclosing your permanent 12-digit number. Aadhaar manages data at a scale no other government has attempted. But while the center is hardened, the responsibility to monitor the access points remains with the individual holder. The system is only as secure as the person holding the ID.